Alright, good morning, guys. It is 10 to 10 in the morning. Oh, I did my little update video last night. I'm just trying to vlog, talk to you guys, just to kind of keep my mind off of stuff. Like, I know some people might not be vlogging through a time like this, but it's just that little bit of what I need to kind of keep me sane, I guess. I've been, uh, I got my son's lunch ready this morning for school. I've been up since about 4 o'clock this morning. I might have went back to sleep for an hour, and then I was back up again for the morning. My son was up at like 3:30 this morning. He had grabbed his phone, and I heard something out of the ordinary. Like, I'm a very light sleeper, and so I got up, and sure enough, he had got his phone and snuck into his room. I'm like, no. I was like, give me the phone. It's 3:30 in the morning. You got school in the morning. Go back to bed. So I took his phone and he went back to sleep. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start taking his phone at night and putting it in beside me so that if he does come in, I can say, like, no, go to bed. It's too early or whatever. I don't know if he just couldn't sleep because he's got so much on his mind. He doesn't, I don't know if I mentioned in my other video, but he doesn't know, he doesn't know half of what's really going on, and he doesn't need to know. And he's only a little fella. He's gonna be 9 in March, but I mean, he's had his dad sick since he's been born, pretty much. Like, he's, so far he's grown up with his dad being in and out of the hospital, and when he was younger, he didn't quite understand what was going on, but now that he's getting older, and, this is the first time this has happened. Usually, he'll go into the hospital and with stomach problems, and they usually get it under control pretty quickly. But this, like I said, this was different. So, I am just trying to get my house cleaned up. It's not a mess. It's really not a mess. I'm waiting on the phone people to come fix my phone. I don't know if I mentioned that on top of everything, my home phone, the other day. When this all started on Sunday, I think actually when I tried the phone on Saturday, it didn't work, but I just didn't think anything of it. And then when I went to use it on Sunday, that's when I realized, there's something wrong with this phone. So I went to my mom's and called to see, what was going on, and she did some tests or whatever over the phone, and sure enough, it's the line outside, but we have got a lot of wind over the last couple days, so I don't know. This is the second time since we've had the phone in a few months that they've had to come back and fix it. Anyways, they're supposed to come this morning. Luckily, I called on Sunday, and somebody's going to be here on today, Tuesday, so pretty quick. Happy about that because it is a little stressful. I do have the cell phone, but the cell phone only works in certain areas of the house, and it's just, sometimes it rings and I don't really hear it because I have it on a more mellow tone because last year there was a lot of problems at my son's school. He was always getting in trouble, which a lot of the times it wasn't his fault, but the principal was always calling me, now me and I never had a problem with any of his teachers or anything like that, and I've always got along great with the principal, but now she knows that those types of phone calls stress me out, and I was having panic attacks and everything last year because of it. Every time the phone rang, I was on edge. So I kind of switched the ringer to a more mellow, even though I get a phone call or whatever, if I get a phone call like that, at least it's not like this bring, stressed you out. Just the ringer stressed you out, you know what I mean? So, anyways. So I'll be glad when the house phone works because it's, it's a lot louder. So, after I shut you guys off, I'm going to take all this stuff and go put it in my car so that I can bring that to the recycling. I really don't want that kicking around when the guy has to come in, because he's going to have to come in and he's going to have to go in my bedroom because that's where the main line is for the phone. So this is the living room. It's not, the house isn't a mess. There's mercy over there. I vacuumed here this morning. I'm just going to vacuum the couch and the chairs, and that's the cat's chair over there, so I just vacuum that off, get the hair out of there. sweep and mop up the floor. The floor's not even bad because I swept it last night, but just give it a little sweep. This basket of laundry I have to fold and put away, but the bedroom is clean. I already did the floors, swept and mopped, and yeah, the phone is over there. The phone jack is down there, so I'm just gonna make sure all this stuff is out of his way. And my son's room is this one. She knows she's not supposed to be in here sleeping on his bed, but she is, because she's bad like that, eh, Sassy? Anyways, I have to go through these toys over here because he doesn't play with a lot of his toys. And yeah, so. And I think for his birthday, these, I'm going to show you guys. It's embarrassing, but I'm going to show you anyways. This paint that we got was from Walmart when they had their paint section. Anytime you put something on the wall, you take it off, it rips half the paint off with it. So, yeah. Anyways, I don't even know why that duct tape's up there, but I think for his birthday, I'm going to put some money away and redo his bedroom, whether I don't know if I'm going to paint it, or I had started here with, it's like Mac tack, so to speak. That's what I did my whole kitchen with. I'll show you guys that in a second, but, you know, you can get it, and I got to paint the ceiling, but, that was like water damage, but it's all fixed now. It's just the tiles are messed up. Anyways, you get the Mac tack, you get 4 for $5. I'd have to figure out how many, you know, sheets I would need to do his room, but. And then he's very like particular where his stuff goes, and I hate when everything's on one wall. So, anywho, I'm gonna clean up his room a little bit. Like I said, it's not messy. He keeps his room clean. He keeps his bed made. You know, he's not a messy person in that sense when it comes to his stuff. So, I mean, that's good. But that's what I'm gonna work on. And the bathroom is clean. The only thing, I just filled up the washers because I'm gonna do a load of laundry, but I'm gonna wait until there's more laundry. There's the other kitty. That's the one that's like crazy. That's the baby of the family. I just put some food and water in here. I keep her in here I don't want her all over the house right now. Normally she's out and about, but for now she's in here. I just have to sweep and mop up this floor. I clean the sink, I clean the toilet, and I clean the bathtub, so that's all done. And that mirror obviously needs to be cleaned, so. Like I said, the house is cleaned. It's just few little odds and ends, and this is over by the I know you guys probably don't care what my house looks like, but anyways, it is what it is. Little bit of dishes to do last night. My mom had picked up some chicken. I had like maybe a half of a chicken and like 4 wedges, and that's all I ate yesterday, and it went right through me. My mom says it's nerves. It could very well be nerves, but anytime that I eat meat like that, I find it just kind of goes right through me, so I don't know. Anyways, I'm going to get my dishes done, move on with the day. I'm going to wait. It's been about a half an hour since I called, but I'm going to wait another half an hour before I call the hospital to see what's going on. Yeah, I have just a list, excuse me. I have a list of people that I have to call today, contact. I got to call dialysis, I have to call the pharmacy, I have to call, just the hospital where he's at. He's supposed to have had x-rays on Thursday and all this stuff, so I don't know. I really don't know what's going on. I don't know what the test results are going to be. I don't know what they tested for, because last night they told me that they were going to do like a brain scan, and when I called this morning, she said, well, she didn't really know anything going on, but she said he was gone for an x-ray, so I don't know if it's just she doesn't know what's going on, or if they decided just to give him an x-ray or what, but last night when I called, the nurse said that kept saying he feels sick, so I don't know, certain parts of the day, there was just, like, when we first got there, he was, like, kind of, like, crying out, like, please help me up, and that's something I am never gonna get out of my head, ever, like, the way he was, you know, I'm never, ever gonna forget that, and then then he was saying that all his fingers were bleeding and they weren't. And he said his knees were bleeding and obviously they weren't. And anyways, hopefully, I'm hoping it's just the meds from the coma that they put him in that are wearing off. So, anyways, I'm going to quit my babbling. I'm going to go and do some housework, and I'll be back to check in when I hear some news. Alright, hey guys. So that little clip that you saw was obviously the phone company guy had come up, and there was kind of like two things going on. There was a problem with one of the boxes that were installed down there. It was, he said it's very, very rare that it happens. And I was like, well, I'm the type of person that the very, very rare things always happen to, so that doesn't surprise me one bit. And then the other thing is the phone itself is like messed up. He tried his phone and it worked, so obviously the wire is now working, but the phone, and it's brand new, like I've had it since November, so, and we rarely use it, so I don't know what's going on there. So I'm going to have to turn around, fork out some money, and get another phone. So it was just like a little cheap one from Walmart. It was $18, but I don't know. I want to see if I can take it back. Tell them like I've had it for 2 months and it's a piece of crap. And even the guy said like those types of phones, like the VTech, apparently they're no good. So I don't know. Anyways, it is 20 to 4, and my brother-in-law is picking up the kids tonight. My mom, she's having like some wrist trouble. I don't know if it's like bursitis or if it's just like arthritis in her wrist, but it's like swollen, and it's her arm on her wrist that she uses all the time. So she asked me if I'd go over and peel some potatoes for them for supper and make some meatballs. So I just got back from being over there. My son loves meatballs and potatoes, so she said he could stay over there for supper. I had taken out some fajitas because we were supposed to have... Sorry, I just got a cough. Just one sec. Okay, so the ones with the black X's were obviously days. Friday we didn't have what we were supposed to. Saturday we had the burgers, we didn't have the chili. Sunday was the day that everything was going down, so I didn't eat anything on that day. I didn't make the fajitas yesterday either because we were gone all day. My dad and brother-in-law fed the kids. Today it's supposed to be Taco Tuesday, but I wasn't really in the mood for tacos. I just really don't want my stomach burning more than it kind of already is. So I want to make myself some fajitas. When I went for groceries, I was supposed to buy 2 things of wraps. I only ended up getting 1 because that's all there was. There's only a couple wraps left anyways, so if my son was here, I would have made him the fajitas, but he's going to eat next door, so I'm going to cook up all the chicken, and I've got, there was half of an onion that was left on my counter. I want to cut that up, and then I have the vegetables that were in the freezer for the fajitas. Goodness. So I am gonna just make that, and I don't put fajita, I call them fajitas, but whatever. I just put this Montreal steak spice on it. That's what I used for my chicken fajitas. So I'm gonna get the chicken cooked up, and then I'll throw the vegetables in, and yeah, and then there'll be some left over for tomorrow. And I'll just make like a stir fry or whatever with that. So that's the plan. So I was just looking back on some of the footage that I filmed for today because just I've been all over the place. And I said that I was going to get back to you guys once I heard back from the hospital. I had called, I don't know what time it was that I had called them, but it was shortly before 1, I believe, or maybe it was shortly before 12, I'm not quite sure. Anyways, I asked how the scan went, and it's good because I met his nurse yesterday, and she was obviously done at 8 o'clock last night, but she was back there at 8 o'clock this morning, so she's the one that I was talking to. it's nice to be able to kind of put a face to, somebody that you're talking to over the phone. And she said he did really well for the CAT scan. They told him don't move, and they needed really good pictures, and he was good. He didn't move and all that, but he was still very disoriented and confused. So she said it could just be she's seen it where it's taken a couple days for like the whatever they give you to put you into a coma, like those drugs to come out of your system. So it could just be that, which is what I'm hoping and praying that it is. It's just kind of like that wearing off. But she was supposed to get all these notifications. It's very hard to. Anyways, they were going to try to give him something for lunch. So I'm gonna call in a little bit and see how that went. I don't know if he ate anything, or if I know yesterday they tried and he ended up puking. So they weren't obviously able to give him his pills or anything orally. So I'm really hoping that that's what's going on. His sister, I think, is going to go down and see him. I'm not really sure what's going on, but and we're just more or less waiting on the results. She said sometime today they'll get them back, but she wasn't sure exactly when. So I will, before 8 o'clock tonight, call, because I don't want to, bother them every couple of minutes either. Although she said call anytime you want, don't be shy, but because she sits right outside the room and she's got eyes on him like all the time. So he's obviously in the intensive care unit, so yeah. Anyways, whenever I know some news, I will fill you guys in and let you guys know as well what's going on. Started eating, and I forgot to show you guys what it looked like. So there's the wrap. I made two, but I'm having a hard time finishing this one where my stomach's just upset, stressed out, so I'm not really in the mood to eat. I just eat more or less to keep my body going, because if not, I don't think that would be too good. So this lazy butt finally decided to get up. I'm gonna try to finish up this one, maybe wrap that one up for tomorrow, or later on if I get hungry. And the kids should be home from school, but like I said, Riley's going next door to eat. I was thinking about going to have a bath, but I might go finish his bedroom because it needs to be done. Well, he could always sleep in our room. It's not a big deal. So, I don't know. I'll decide in a few minutes what I'm going to do. So this, if you guys know me, when I clean, I make more of a mess before things actually get cleaned. So I took everything out of his closet here. All those little straggly things laying around there. I gotta go through all that. This was what I did this before Christmas, and I had one bin that had like little, balls and little people and army men and whatever, and then this had vehicles and trucks and trains and all that stuff. Well, in amongst this, there's a little bits of Lego and whatnot. I could just say screw it and leave it, but I just like to have everything organized. So this was one of the things I pulled from the closet. It's full of all random things I gotta go through. Some of his Nerf guns are over there. I'm going to try to utilize this shelf here. He's took his books. He's got books here. He's got books there. I'm going to organize all that. This was a big Lego set that he had got for Christmas. I don't even think we're done building it for him, the poor guy. But if I have time later, maybe I'll do that. Or one of these days, I'll do that up for him. And he's got some of his own little, creations and whatnot. And I plugged in this tablet down there. I don't know if it works. Don't know anything. I'll check that in a little bit. It's a lot. But I'm going to get it done. And like I said, if it's not, because I'm thinking I'm going to go for a quick little bath before he gets over here. Then I'll come out and I'll feel refreshed and start back up again. But, Sassy, get out of here. This is garbage. I brought in some bags. They're over there. Just to kind of put some things in garbage. the little garbages and then things that need to kind of go away. And then there's probably stuff that's going to be donate and whatnot. And we donate them. We just give them to his little cousin because... Sassy, stop it. Stop it. You're such a space cadet. Anyways, and then once I'm done all that, there's this. And this was kind of organized, kind of. He's got some masks and stuff, but this big box here has a bunch of toys from Christmas in it. And then he likes to have everything. He had all his little grocery gang people all lined up here, and they kept falling, and he was getting mad. I'm like, well, what do you expect, dude? Like, you got all this stuff here, and he's got moose antlers and predator call, and it's all random, and a bunch of his little lockets, and oh, lordy, lordy, this child. Anyways, I'm going to try to organize it as best as I can. And then later on when he's here, because he's really particular about where things go and whatnot. This is driving me crazy, though, with the two things right up against each other like that. I usually have his dresser kind of like on an angle here. I am going to fix that up because that is driving me kind of crazy. And I might take some of the... Because for such a small room, he's got a lot of stuff in here. Like that, he's got his guitar over there, but this... Other than the guitar sitting on it, it doesn't really, he doesn't really use it. So I might take that out and find a different place in the house for it. And I can set his guitar up there or whatever. But I'll figure it out and then I'll come back and show you guys what it looks like. And even his blind is like half and half. I ended up doing a load of laundry. And one of them, I don't know where the heck it ended up. I don't even know if it was the gray one or the... race car one that was on there, but one of them ended up getting lost in amongst I don't even know what, and I ended up putting up those two, so it looks kind of tacky, but anyways, so that's the mess. I will come back in a little bit and show you guys what it cleaned up. It probably will be dark, though, when I come and show you guys, but it'll be clean, so. Alright, I will let you guys watch the kids slide for a little bit while I give my little update. So I just got off the phone with his nurse. She is awesome. Like, she's so nice. I asked how everything was going, and she said good, and when I heard that, I was like, oh my god, thank the Lord. He's actually sitting up right now. He's eating supper, solid food. He's complaining like of a sore throat, but that's normal. He had a tube shoved down there. He's a little sometimes confused, but not. She said you can have a conversation with him now, which is great. What else did she say? The scans came back okay. There was nothing wrong, which thank God. They think it was just like, they think the confusion is from hypoglycemia, I think she said, like his blood sugars being really high and different things like that. So I just think, thank God, like I've never been so relieved. I want to actually be able to have a good night's sleep tonight, not worry so much. I want to thank you guys, everybody who said a prayer, who's sent me messages and just inquiring, like wanting to know how he's doing and all that. Thank you guys so much. I really, really appreciate it. So I don't know, like obviously he's still hooked up to a bunch of machines and whatnot, but at least it's going a lot better. So I'm just so thankful. It was a pretty bad scare, let me tell you. Pretty bad scare. Oh my goodness. I went out and I said, you guys, I was like, if you guys go flying off the freaking hill and somebody gets hurt on the road, I am going to be mad. Like, seriously mad. Because you guys can see, where's my finger? Right here. Right here. That's where when the snowblower come up, he blew like the snow, so there's like a jump, and then there's right here, all this stuff here, that was all just a drop off, but because we had so much wind. I hope he turns, okay, so they're doing good. Anyways, yeah, so it kind of drifted, so it's not so much. And I was like, make sure you look both ways before you um, go on the cross the road or whatever. And it's not bad because here we live on it's like a one-way street, not a one-way street, but it goes, there's a house after this, and then there's a house at the end of the road, and that's it. The road ends, and it's like a dirt road into the woods. So usually, sometimes in the summertime, people come back with like the side-by-sides and go on that, but in the wintertime, it's just usually the neighbor, and he'll go out in the daytime and come back late at night, so it's not a huge, I'm not concerned about them being out there playing by themselves. So I'd be more concerned of like a coyote trotting along or something, but I don't think they'll see anything for miles with their big mouths. So 5:30 now. I can't believe it, the day is gone. I got these couple dishes to put away, and I made most of the phone calls that I had to make today, which is awesome. I still have not finished my son's room. I'm going to go in and do that in a little bit. I'll tell him he can sleep in our room. He'll be so relieved to hear that his daddy's doing better. He's a little worry wart or whatever they call them, just like his mom is. So, anyways, so yeah, I'm gonna go update my status on Facebook because that's how I let everybody know what's been going on. And I'm gonna probably end this video here because I've got a bunch of footage that I gotta kind of get put up, and I'm running out of space on my on my phone. Excuse me. These guys probably will be in a little bit. So, anyways, I hope you guys have a great day, and like I said, I just want to thank you guys again for all your support and your kind words and your prayers. It means a lot. And just thank you guys for watching my videos and putting up with me. So, anyways, I hope you guys have a good night, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Which, we're supposed to get like a huge snowstorm, like 40 centimeters more snow. Like, we need more snow, right? So, anyways, see you guys in tomorrow's vlog.